Good afternoon and welcome to Laredo Independent School District Board of Trustees regular board meeting. It's Thursday, August 11, 2022. It's 5:45 at the Amber Yeary boardroom. Roll call, please.
Mr. Hector J. Garcia.
I'm present.
Mr. Hector J. Noyola.
Here.
Ms. Monica Garcia, I'm present. Dr. Minita Ramirez.
Present.
Mr. Guadalupe Gomez.
Present.
Mr. Ricardo Garza.
Ready to
We have a quorum.
Good evening, board members. Dr. Rios. Tonight, the I.S.D. Board of Trustees takes pride. It's on? Yes. Good evening, board members. Is this better?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Tonight, the I.S.D. Board of Trustees takes pride in recognizing Mr. Jaime Mendiola, who served his country for 6 years in the United States Army. ITV interviewed Mr. Mendiola recently, and here's what he had to say about his service in the military. Lights, please.
Tonight, Laredo I.S.D. has the pleasure of honoring a Laredo-born veteran and a graduate of LISD, Mr. Jaime Mendiola. Mr. Mendiola was born and raised in Laredo, Texas. He attended Bruni Elementary, Kristen Middle School, and he proudly graduated from Martin High School in 2001. While he was at Martin, he played as a quarterback on the football team under head coach Rene Ramirez. After high school, he received his associate's degree from Laredo College, and he eventually decided to sign up for military service in 2005. He tells us why he decided to join the Texas Army National Guard.
It's something that I wanted to do, serve my country, and just wanted to challenge myself to be part of something that really mattered to me. Just knowing that I had really close friends in the military, that that gave me more of a wait. You know what? I wanna serve. I wanna just join this awesome brotherhood that there is. So yeah, that's how I joined.
Mr. Mendiola shares with us a little bit more about his military service.
I joined for 6 years, to serve the state of Texas, and then also got a combat deployment. Went to Iraq in 2009 and 2010. My military service was an amazing experience. There's not a day that goes by that I just think about, the time, when I started with just being in basic training, just learning skills. It's been an amazing, just part of learning to, get to work with people, just continue just learning and serving my country. That's been one of the greatest things, is to serve my country, and I still do to this day.
He was trained as an infantry soldier, and his main responsibility was to be a driver. He shares with us a little bit more of what that responsibility entails.
I was a dismount at this point because I wanted to change position, but for the most part, I was a driver. The duty of a driver is just to always be vigilant, always be, checking your sector, making sure that, you saw any indicators of anything that could possibly, harm, our convoy. You just, call it out. But driver will also take, if the team leader goes down for whatever reason, the driver will take the spot of a team leader and just continue the mission.
Currently, Mr. Mendiola spends his time outside of work serving other veterans as part of the Veterans of Foreign Wars organization. He tells us more about being a part of this organization.
Right now, I'm part of the VFW, Post 9184, which I was nominated and elected to be the Senior Vice Commander for the VFW. Basically, it's a group of comrades. We're just here to help veterans, and also help the community whenever there is a need. I mean, we're there, to help them out and just to keep serving, and that's my mission. That's my mission in life, to keep serving, helping veterans, and just being part of the community in any way we can to make a difference.
Thank you, Jaime Mendiola. Laredo ISD salutes you and thanks you for your service.
Mr. Mendiola, we thank you and recognize you for your service and sacrifice to our country. At this time, I ask everyone to please remain standing for the national anthem to be performed by Cigarroa Middle School 8th grade band member, Ms. Yvonne Cruz, under the direction of Mr. Fidel Borrego. That was a lovely performance, Ms. Cruz. Thank you so much to you and your sponsor, Mr. Fidel Borrego of Cigarroa Middle School. Thank you. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Mendiola, would you do us the honor of leading us in the pledge?
Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mr. Mendiola, would you please join us up front? Our Board of Trustees has a very special presentation for you. The rest of the audience, please be seated. We would also like to welcome your family members joining us today, and that includes your beautiful wife, Ms. Gabby, your daughter, Ana Sofia, and your daughter, Maya Valentina. What was that?
Jaime, on behalf of I.S.D, Board of Directors, the staff, administration, and most importantly, the 20,000 students that we serve on the yearly basis, thank you so much for your dedication to the Army. It is because of you that our country is the best and we are safe every day. And I'm happy to see you in Tiger Red. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger.
First of all, humbled, and it's an honor. Thank you so much. It's been quite a journey, but this really something that I will always cherish this experience, and it's just an honor to be here before you. Thank you, and it's amazing what y'all do, honoring veteran every month. Amazing program. Thank you so much for what y'all do. God bless you all, and God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you once again to Mr. Mendiola and his family. May I continue with special observances? Under special observances, Mr. Peter Palizo Jr. passed away July the 21st. He worked for LISD as a science teacher at Kristen Middle School, and he retired in 2012 with 42 years of service to the district. Beloved local educator Dr. Sara Campos Carrasco passed away July the 22nd. Prior to joining the faculty at Laredo Junior College, she was a physical education teacher at Kristen Middle School. Olguita Gonzalez worked at C.L. Milton Elementary School as a crossing guard. She was also known for volunteering her time and talents to the school, and her last day at work was May the 30th of this year. Amber Yeary Jr. passed away on July the 27th. He was the son of former LISD board president, Mr. Amber Yeary, and his wife, Sharon Snow Yeary. And William J. Grugan passed away July the 30th. He was a teacher and head basketball coach at Nixon High School. He retired in 2001 with 31 years of service in education. May we please have a moment of silence in memory of Mr. Palizo, Dr. Carrasco, Ms. Gonzalez, Amber Yeary Jr., and Coach Grugan. Thank you. May I continue with board recognitions? Tonight we start by thanking all the individuals and departments who supported our annual back-to-school convocation. Held at the newly renovated LISD Performing Arts Complex Auditorium, 3 sessions were scheduled to accommodate all of our employees. Here's a short video with highlights from our convocation.
Laredo I.S.D., leading the way since 1882. And all dreams begin with you and me and LISD.
A lot of things we need to thank God for. So before we start that, I want to congratulate and thank everybody that's out there.
Inspire, unite, and create change. Now I want you to think about that. That's part of our leadership definition. That's part of who we are. That is the fabric of LISD. I ask you leaders to come up here and walk with LISD. Stand up, everybody, and let's see the light. Be the light.
Walk with me.
Be the dream.
I'll walk with you.
Let's put some moves
Down
to
these
this.
troubled roads we stumbled into. We're all in this thing together.
We're in this together.
We'll make it through. If you walk with me,
Walk with me. Walk with
I'll walk with
and
you.
I'll walk with you.
Be there for me, I'll be there for you. When we're running out of hope, when we don't know what to do, like a candle in the darkness, shining bright and true. Be there for me, I'll be there for you. Oh, everything.
I do want to thank publicly all those who made our convocations so special and so worthwhile for our audiences. And now we pause to recognize an outstanding educator and respected community member, our board member and parliamentarian, Dr. Minita Ramirez. Sadly, and we are happy for you, but this is your last meeting with us in your official capacity as one of our trustees, as she's already begun serving as Laredo College president. But before she leaves, LISD has to give Dr. Ramirez a proper farewell. So please direct your attention to the screen for a short video from ITV.
I, Dr. Minita Ramirez, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of Laredo Independent School Board of Trustees District 5 of the state of Texas, and I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. And I look forward to a 4 more years after these two, I hope, and continued success of our board. Here at Laredo Independent School District, we're very proud of you and know that you will lead your lives of meaning and success as long as you stay the course. Congratulations, graduates.
Dr. Ramirez, we shall always be grateful for your leadership, your vision, and your service. And so this is a small token of our appreciation that we would like to present to you this evening. Can we get closer for a photo?
Real quick,
Yes.
you're like a sister, I've known you all my life. You've done a lot for us, for the district, for the kids of Laredo. And you're going to continue doing that in a bigger capacity at the university. There's, at the college, I'm sorry, I keep calling it university, at the college. There's nothing that you can't tackle. I know that. We will miss you. Officially, this is not her last meeting. She still has to the end of the month. But thank you for everything. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for sharing your friendship. And most of all, thank you for sharing your heart. I love you.
I can't walk away without talking, right? Thank you all very much. This really means a lot to me. When we began this journey, it began with a conversation with Dr. Moreno and then with Tito and so on, but certainly the opportunity to give back to the school district that gave me so much. Having grown up in LISD, not only as a student, but with my mom and all of my family members who were educators, this was certainly something unexpected, an opportunity that came my way, and my duty was to do what I could to certainly give back to the community that not only educated me, but my entire family and the community that I love and work in. You know, sometimes we're asked to make hard decisions in these roles, and we're asked to look at things from different lenses. And while on the surface it may seem that things look much simpler than they really are, it is until you are forced to look deeper and look carefully into the whys. And so we start every morning with, why do we do what we do? And why are we here? And when we cannot connect our why with the roles and the jobs that we have, that's when we have to ask ourselves, then why am I here? And so the decision to step down from the board was not an easy one. I take this role very seriously, and working with the curriculum and instruction folks especially is going to be difficult not to be around them, because that's the energy that's what gives me the energy that I need to continue. But the college is giving me an opportunity, and they need my help as well. And I think that I'm in a position now in my professional career to help the college continue to thrive and succeed. 75 years of history is a legacy to build on. Being the first woman president of Laredo College is certainly quite an honor. It's a humbling experience, but more importantly, I think it's an opportunity for all of us to continue to support the educational entities that have given our community so much. And so with that, I challenge all of you to continue to ignite the excellence and to continue the legacy of Laredo I.S.D, because it is the place to be. Congratulations. Thank you all.
And this concludes tonight's board recognitions. Thank you.
Might be mine. Been waking up since 6 in the morning, man. Jeez, leave me alone. Yeah, it was mine.
Public forum, Monica?
Yes. We have Mr. Anthony Torres representing ROTC with no topic.
You have
Good
3 minutes, sir.
afternoon.
You have 3 minutes, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Anthony Torres. The LISD student and families have suffered greatly during this pandemic. We lost jobs, houses, families, members, and many suffered depression as well. Adding to all these hardships is the lack of respect, lies, and deceits from the LISD board and upper chain of command. You cannot deny the way your actions make us feel. We strongly feel retaliated against by LISD. It started when our teachers and the staff members warned us to stop going to the board meeting or risk certain employees being moved or fired. We were also warned by board members not to come or a board will get mad. All these issues added to our stress and anxiety of JRTC cadets and parents. Number 1, LISD retaliated against us by transferring our strong supporter, Assistant Principal Carmen Garantía, and forcing her to retire. Number 2, you retaliated against us by moving away Mr. Valentin Rees from Martin High School, and you also took away our only parent volunteer for the Martin High School JRTC program, the Raiders. You retaliated by not allowing Mr. Rees to afraid our military ball, but attend our military ball, but you allowed board member Rick Garza to attend. Number 4, you retaliated by canceling our first home Raider competition for the class of 2022. Number 5, you retaliated by closing our newly remodeled shooting range, which was worse is that you offered no solution like they do in other schools where they have competitions in their gym. Number 6, you retaliated by not recognizing the class of 2022 graduates that enlisted in the military as well done before. You did this because you know that the enlistees from MHS beat our Martin, Nixon, and Cigarroa scholarships for athletic every year combined. You retaliated by taking away Sergeant Martinez, who is the most hardworking GRTC instructor in the district, for advocating as a parent.
Thank you,
for-
sir.
Thank you.
Now we have Mr. Byron Rubio representing ROTC with no topic.
You have 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you. All right, going back to number 7, you retaliated by taking away Sergeant Martinez, who is the most hardworking GRTC instructor in the district, for advocating as a parent for the GRTC program and for exposing fraud, waste, and abuse as a taxpayer. Is there not a teacher shortage? Number 8, you retaliate by moving of a snail's pace to our grievance list and the updated list from December 2021. There are line items that can easily be done within 8 hours, and it was taking years to date, and they are not accomplished yet to date. Number 9, you have retaliated by lying to Cadet Command and telling them that we are rude, disrespectful, and out to embarrass board members. Number 10, you retaliate by lying and saying that the team of Dr. Rios cannot find insurance for rappel tower and zip line. Number 11, you retaliate by not giving the GRTC Cadet, Parent Alumni, and Veterans Committee a seat at your budget meetings, campus improvement plans and capital improvement plans, buildings for GRTC program at Martin High School. All we get is lip service and nothing physical to see that things are moving forward. Number 12, you retaliate by not placing any of the items in our grievance and the needs list of December 2021 on campus improvement plan at Martin High School. Number 13, you retaliate by ignoring numerous requests of the process list and those responsible at every step of the process. We even ask for the process in an open records request, and that has been ignored as well. Number 14, you retaliate by prefuting that Martin High School GRTC is fully supported by all board members. Then later, in an open hot mic, you conspire to shut down the LASD GRTC program. Number 15, you retaliate by lying to GRTC students, parents, and the public. Number 16, you retaliate by having the LASD attorney offer a deal to make things right as long as we stop coming to board meetings. We complied, yet nothing has been done to even accomplish the one-day easy goals in our list. These false deals hurt and confuses GRTC cadets and parents. Number 17, you retaliate by ignoring an LASD police report of assault, bullying, harassment, and demeans lost words directed of cadets, parents by Major Orozco. The investigator did not get the police report until weeks after it was made. Witnesses were not interviewed or questioned, and Major Orozco was allowed to resign before the investigator could question him. Number 18, you retaliated by saying that our parents don't know what they are talking about and are misformed.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Also, one thing is I'm a student graduate from 2022 this year, and I feel like you guys did this generation of GRTC cadets my year. You brought them down. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now we have Ms. Juliana Ibarra for ROTC with no topic. Okay. Now we have Mr. Jorge Martinez, AAP First Amendment, topic LIZ procedures.
You have 3 minutes, sir.
Yes. Again, Texas Open Meeting Act. We as a citizen, any citizen, teachers, you have the right to criticize LID policy and procedures. Am I correct? You can ask your attorney. I came before the board members one more time to ask you that I might be sent back to Martin High School with my JROTC students, for which I have been requesting equal funding. You have punished me for 111 days by placing me in administrative leave, which I hold currently my ROTC instructor certificate. I'll get back to your policy. I've been punished for only asking you, the board members, to treat not JROTC but all sports clubs the same and correct your wrong policies. You placed me in administrative leave with no cause, and I have given an order by your LISD not to say that I'm in an administrative leave. So if I'm not in administrative leave, what am I gonna call it? And I need to lie? Because that's what you're telling me. You gave me a directive not to say that I'm on administrative leave for 111 days. So is there another name that I need to give? And you, all of y'all know it. And if you don't know it, then there's a chain of command communication issue. The ISD policy states the administrative investigation should be promptly within 10 days from the date of the report. So if you're in an investigation and you're a teacher, you're only supposed to be under administrative leave no more than 10 days. But then I'm 111. I know other teachers who've been on administrative leave for more than 2 months. I know one has more than I do. So where is your policy? So LIZ, which is your policy say 10 days. So why am I 111 days? So I'm asking you, the LIZ board members, to respect your own policies that you have created. I'm only one to work with my students, and I feel that you punish me for asking for my students before the board. In other words, I came in and been asking. That's my punishment. Now, to make it at the end, the convocation, the song, the theme, Be There For Me. You got your ROTC students. I've been here 10 years. How many times have y'all gone and see them compete in 10 years? I'll tell you how many. 0. So be there for me is not what the convocation, theme is. Be there for me, but who's there for them? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now we have Mr. Emiliano Paredes for JROTC on no topic.
You have 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you. You retaliated by calling us whiners that we will not make it in life because we advocate for the needs of JRTC. Number 20, you retaliated by making up rules on the fly that do not exist. Then you have a special call meeting to pass those made up rules that do not exist in LISD board policies. You clearly violated our First Amendment right of freedom of speech by telling us not to mention names of board members' employees. We made a complaint against Dr. Rios, and the board does not investigate those allegations as stated in LISD board policy. You retaliated when you ignored numerous student and parent emails. You retaliated against us when you denied us the opportunity to represent at Martin High School at the National Raider Competition 2022 of November. Saying that you want to concentrate in curriculum, it's always about curriculum. It's called no pass, no plays. Number 24, bottom line, Martin High School JRTC in 2022, we got a score of 96 and A+ of rating. We want a superior unit. Situation, we earn way more than we asked for, but you continue to respect us. You can continue to retaliate against us. Every around us gets more without competing and winning like Martin High School JRTC does. We respectfully request equity. We will not stop fighting for what is right. If you want us to stop, you need to show us forward movement. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now we have Mr. Valentin Ruiz, representing Martin High School JROTC Cadet Parent and Vet Coalition on no topic.
You have 3 minutes, sir.
Good afternoon. I had hoped not to come here ever again. I heard Emiliano like 3 months ago, saying thank you because according to our attorney, your attorney, Mr. Sigfredo Perez III, called him saying, let's call a truce. Let's stop this. Let's work things out. And then I had a meeting with Ms. Silvia Rios. We gave a list of the things that we needed more than 3 months ago. Y no ha pasado nada de esa lista. Nada, absolutely nothing has happened from that list. A mí no me gusta que le jueguen el dedo en la boca a mis niños. Y menos a mí, Mr. Perez. If you were not being honest and sincere that you were going to make things right, why make us go there? All you're doing is confusing the children, the students. May I remind you that you work for LISD, and the people from LISD are the students, not the board members, not the employees, but LISD are the students, and that's why we're here. This is my family, and I don't like being here. But I don't do it for you guys because it's obvious que no ponen atención. Like Dr. Ramirez said, swear to defend the Constitution. Their rights were violated. You made them not say names. You made them not allow them to use a recording they had. That was part of their First Amendment right of free speech, and that was denied illegally here by the board, in front of the attorney who's supposed to defend LISD. That is all wrong. And if you guys want this to stop, you need to step it up and do the things that you say you're going to do. Because we're not going to stop. The election is coming, and more things are going to come up. Unfortunately, our attorney was supposed to be here today, and he got sick. Mr. George Alkill. That's why we all showed up. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Board communication, we'll wait to the end. There's no meeting to report. We didn't have any meeting in July.
I wasn't here.
Dr. Rios, number one.
Number one, approval and ratification of unaudited financial statements, donations report, tax collection report, and monthly
Do
disbursements.
I have a motion?
So move to approve.
Motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion to accept 2A, 2B. I'm not gonna say 2C yet.
So move to approve 2B and 2C?
I'm gonna go to 3C right now because there's some changes to it.
Oh. So we
2B
do
or
B?
2C?
I'm going to A and 2B.
2A and
Motion to
2B.
accept
So
2A.
moved.
2A, and I'll second that.
And 2B.
There you go.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Again? Motion to accept 2C, but anybody have, I need to add something to that. On mine, $3,000 for the early college, high school for allowance for the students. She'll take you that information. And $3,000 to the Martin High School principal account for stuff that they're doing for, yeah.
And I'm gonna add 3,000 for VMT to be coupled with Mr. Garcia's. And I wanna do 3,000 for Gallego, 3,000 for Memorial, and 3,000 for,
Real quick, the 3,000, not the VMT, the 3,000 going to Martin High School.
oh, for Martin, okay,
Yes.
all right. He had asked me to match his
Doesn't give
at
more.
Martin.
Right.
And then, and 3 for Heights,
Mine's already in there.
before I leave.
Oh, no, yours is not.
And I'm adding $2,000 to Cigarroa Middle School.
Yeah.
And we'll get the principals to send you the information.
I'd like to add $3,000 to Martin High School principal's discretionary fund.
Anybody else?
I'm good. We're good.
Okay. With those?
Changes.
Total, I'm not gonna total that. Motion to accept it with,
So moved.
motion second. All
Second.
those in favor? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Thank you. Motion to accept 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D, 3E, 3F, and 3G.
So move.
There's a motion, there's a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion to accept 4, 5,
6,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17.
So move.
Second.
Motion second. Any comments or questions on any of those? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Dr. Rios?
Item number 18, discussion and possible action on the deductive change order number 1 from Line Decker Construction of Texas, RFP number 18-029, Raymond and Tirsa Martin High School Multipurpose Building in the amount of $211,164 for unused contingency allowances and tectum panels included in the original contract amount.
So move to approve.
Second.
Motion second. No comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Next.
Item number 19, discussion and possible action on the final completion and release of retainage in the amount of $288,010.30 to Line Decker Construction of Texas, RFC SP number 18-029, Raymond and Tirsa Martin High School Multipurpose Building.
So move to approve.
Second.
There's a motion second. Comments, questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Next.
Item number 20, discussion and possible action on the deductive change order number 1 from Line Decker Construction of Texas, RFP number 18-029, Joseph W. Nixon High School Vocational and ROTC Buildings, Phase 1, in the amount of $450,513.99 for the unused contingency allowances and modifications to scope of work, including parking lot improvements.
So move to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? 21.
Item number 21, discussion and possible action on the additive change order number 1 for Line Decker Construction of Texas, RFP number 18-029, Joseph W. Nixon High School Vocational and ROTC Buildings, Phase 2, in the amount of $450,513.99.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion second. Any comments, questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Number 22.
Item number 22, discussion and possible action to approve the request of additional FTEs for the 2022-2023 school year. This would be 1 FTE for literacy coach, ESSER funding, and that FTE coach will be dedicated to middle school.
So move.
Second.
Motion, there's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Veronica? Oh, wait, no, not yet. Going back to the board communication. Dr. Ramirez, your last statement?
Almost.
Almost, not
I
yet.
never liked you all.
Don't give me a mic, okay? No, I'm just kidding.
3 minutes, comadre.
That's a good one.
3 minutes.
3 minutes, comadre, si no, you
Well,
had
no,
another
I
long.
want to thank everybody again. It's really been an honor to serve as with this amazing group of people who, while we may not always get along and we may not always agree, we always respect each other's opinion, and we know that we're all doing the best that we can with the right expectations and with the right hope for the betterment of our school district, our schools, our kids, our families, and our community at large. It's not easy, you all. It really isn't. Sometimes you go home and you think, God, did we do the right thing? Am I going to wake up tomorrow and think, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I shouldn't have done that? But I can tell you honestly that I did everything that I could in the best way that I could, knowing that all of you were depending on us to do and say the right thing on your behalf, and for the betterment of our instructional programs and our services that we offer our kids, and the support that we give our employees. And I hope and I pray that each of you will someday in your retirement consider serving, because we need people who care. We need people who understand. We need people who aren't afraid to take on the challenges that life is going to throw at us in the future. We went through an entire pandemic without a blue book, without a blueprint, without any kind of idea of whether or not we were making the right decisions. And quite frankly, we did the best that we could, and I think we came out okay. But we came out okay because not only was this board committed to making it okay for everybody, but because you all were committed to making it okay, and we did it together as a team. In leadership, there are so many skill sets that we all aspire to have to be great leaders. But the number one skill that most of us forget, and that's the skill of communication. To speak with the truth, to speak with transparency, and understanding that our roles and responsibilities sometimes require us to say things that normally would not be said, to do things that normally would not be done, but more importantly, to do it knowing that the outcome is going to have a huge impact and effect on lots and lots of people. Communication is key to everything, and whether you do it in writing or you do it verbally or non-verbally, there is communication. What you say and what you do is important, but how you make people feel is what people are going to remember. So each of you has the responsibility of many other people that are depending on you. And I challenge you every day to remind yourselves that you're doing the right thing for the right reasons, and that you have the best job in the world, and that's taking care of our kids and our school district. I know I leave the school district in great hands, and I'm going to miss each of you and be coming to the meetings, but I'm only 3 blocks down the street now. So when you get bored, come visit. I'm right down the street, and we'll continue to be partners, and we'll continue on this road to educational excellence. Thank you all very much. I'm very appreciative.
Thank you. Just want to thank Dr. Minita Ramirez for her leadership in LISD. You will be greatly missed, and I would say that Laredo College is lucky to have you, because you're about to take that community college to another level where it should be. And I wish you the best, and I know you're going to do great things. To our LISD family, I want to wish you all a welcome back. To our students, wish you all a safe and blessed school year. I know it's going to be a challenge for all of us, especially the teachers, everyone, officers as well. But it's nothing that no one can overcome. You did it through a pandemic, and this is just something that you will come through at the end of the day, and it's time to roll up the sleeves and roll with the punches and get back rolling the way we should be at LISD. And God bless you all. So thank you.
Ms. Garcia?
I want to start off, of course, with, it being very bittersweet to me. Obviously, when Minita did mention that she had plans to apply for Laredo College, I was ecstatic and excited for her, but at the same time, I knew that eventually I was not going to have her here with me. Estoy agarrando la voz, ahí voy. So, and it's more, I get emotional because she's a person that kind of level heads you. She's the type of person that you learn from and continue to learn from, at this capacity. I am very happy to say that, she's not only a colleague, but now she's a friend, a comadre, everything in between. She has been, my anchor in many things, and sometimes she's like, Monica, stop making faces. But at the same time, it's always, with so much pride that I say goodbye to her today. But I know that it's not, goodbye to have her now at that level of capacity, because I know that Laredo College has gained a very strong pillar that is going to now, help out the other board and I guess Dr. Rios' side. But I know she's going to do great. I wish you nothing but the best. It's very hard to not see you there anymore. But, I know that you're always a phone call away, and, it will go a long way. So with that, we wish you nothing but, great things in all your future endeavors, and know that I.S.D. will greatly, greatly miss you, but we know that you will continue to advocate for Laredo Independent School District, because it was not only the first place that gave you education, but you came and gave education back as your first job. So, and then you came and served as a board member now, and I know that you're going to do just wonderful. So with that being said, I also want to welcome back, everyone to the scholastic 22-23 school year. I'm very excited to finally see rooms of people all together, that brings great joy, because I myself am a hugger. I'm a person that likes to shake hands, but there for a minute, we lost all that. But at the same time, we knew that we needed to keep that distance in order to make sure that we were safeguarding the person, the other person and ourselves. But at the same time, I'm just so happy to finally see the gyms filled, the libraries filled, the cafeterias filled, even, just giving life to our educational facilities. And for that, we didn't have it there for a while, but I'm just glad we now have it. So I want to welcome back all students, teachers, faculty, and staff. Here's to a blessed and wonderful year. Thank you.
Get some water.
Oh, no. Drink water.
Hey, man, we're cutting the meeting short by an hour. I'm gonna extend my time here. No. Yeah, I held my tongue back in July, so I didn't want to say goodbye to Minita until today. So yeah, I wanted to really thank you for being here during the short period of time. It was like a blink of an eye that you were here. And I really, really enjoyed the time that you were here and the impact that you had immediately as you got here. So I just want to really thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for inspiring, because I saw it from the moment you got here, that everybody just was hooked on what you were going, every word that you were talking about, and because you were the voice of experience and reason and great academic values and those type of things. So everybody in this room and everybody at LISD hungers for those type of things, and those are the qualities, the values that we've continued to put forth with everybody in this room, and you enhanced that. So I was just very happy that you were here. I know you're going to do great at LC. I hate them for taking you away from us, but it's something that needs to move forward. I think this is the right thing for you. This really should have happened 2 years ago. And shame on everybody here that didn't have you at that level at any school, in South Texas. So congratulations again, and thank you for being here, and you will be missed for sure.
Thank you for being my prom date.
Yeah, we went to the prom together. Thank you for letting it known at the last day, thank you for nobody knowing about that.
What year was that?
So
I have pictures.
every year I go through this emotional thing, and at the beginning of the year, I'm hating my kids like you wouldn't believe, because I get to drop them off at practice every day this summer at 6 a.m. at Nixon. It's as if they didn't close. It's as if school just continued to go in the athletic department, and it was just constant movement. It is still constant movement. I have pictures at 6 a.m. when it's dark, and all the kids are pumped up, cross-country, football, basketball, everybody's there, and I'm super proud of that. And I haven't gone to go see Ciarroa or Martin. I had seen him in the past, but it's something while a lot of you or a lot of us should be asleep, these kids are on it, and they are hungry like you wouldn't believe to get back to normal, and this is it. This is it, man. So I am trying to match at 59 years old, trying to match that energy that my kids go out there and let's go. It's 5:45 in the morning, and I'm getting there. I'm very happy for them, but I'm a tired individual now because of it. So, and but then first day of school came around day before yesterday, and I saw that twinkle in everybody's eye, teachers, students, everybody. That school was just like obviously parents were dying to get rid of their kids, so they were dropping them off like that. The line was moving a lot faster than before. So, but we're truly blessed to be up here. I feel it's one of the greatest honors of my life to be up here, because I get to see all of that. And now with my kids there, it just adds even more so. But I treat everybody that I see and all the kids that I know like if they were my own. And that's where I'm getting to right now. I'm going to tell you just a little short story. My first day of school at Lamar, you know how a lot of schools end up at Lamar, DDHR, everybody, that Tomas Sanchez, from Tomas Sanchez, Alma Pierce, everybody ends up over there. So you don't know a lot of people. The first day of class, I didn't know I was the first one there. I didn't want to sit in the very front, so I went and sat at the very back. And as soon as the time went by, the classroom started getting packed. No air conditioning, remember, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to sit next to the window in the back. So right before class started, these two guys that are now friends of mine, but are acquaintances of mine, were sitting. I didn't know who they were. They started arguing, and they got in a fight, and they jumped on my desk. So I was holding them like this, and then I proceeded to throw them off. And when they threw them off, the teacher was walking in the room, and she saw me, and she goes, "You, go to Mr. Castro's office." And for 10 years that I've been here, I've been advocating to bring that damn paddle back, because this is a true story. Back then, they used to put the PA system on, and they used to say, "We're about to paddle Mr. Garza." And put both hands on the desk, and here we go. But before we do, we're going to call your father, which shame on you. Your 9 brothers and sisters that came before you, nobody got paddled, which is what the principal told me. So my dad had to show up, and he was sitting there, and 3 times I started bawling, crying. It wasn't my fault. This is not the way I was just crying, and my dad just kept quiet. So as soon as and very gracefully, Mr. Castro said, "Whatever it is, Mijito, you're going to be okay." So I got up, and I was crying, embarrassed and everything, and then I walked outside, and I said, "Dad, I've never lied to you. I didn't do it. Those 2 boys landed on my desk." And he turned around, and he looked at me, and he said, "That's the way life is, Mijito. Sometimes it's not fair." He kissed me in the forehead and says, "Go about your day and just leave it behind you." As simple as that, I smiled, and I went back. And I've held that all along, because the structure that teachers and the school system teaches you is that sometimes it's not going to be fair. But there's structure. And if anything that I've learned over the last 10 years or 20 years, or since I've been at school, at least for me, I know all kids love structure. All kids like leadership, to be held accountable, to be put in a position to be successful. And the only people that do that, aside from your parents, are teachers. And you should honor them, and you should respect them, and you should hold them at a very high standard because of those things. The second father that I had in my life was Coach Grugan. Did exactly the same thing for me. But he was the epitome of military type. I was blessed or not blessed my whole life. Every one of my mentors and my heroes, Mr. Perales, Mr. Ornelas, Mr. Carranco, all of them were ex-military. All of them, hard-line military people, including my dad. And that structure transferred on. And all of them had the same reasoning that I'm going to get on you and I'm going to straighten you out. And sometimes it's not going to be fair, but I'm doing this for your own good. And I get to see some of these kids today and some of these leaders today that are not doing that. And it grinds me because you're not doing a service to those kids when you don't hold them accountable and when you don't tell them sometimes you're not going to get what you want. But it's okay. At the end of the day, your education and your experience here and the friendships and the structure that you're learning here is going to be the best thing that happened to you because it's going to carry on for the rest of your life. And that's the beauty of this and what we do here every day. Dr. Ramirez was absolutely right. Have we made mistakes? Yeah, we've made mistakes. We've owned up to them. We've made it known that we've owned up to whatever mistakes were. Very little mistakes have we made here. And we can show that with evidence, with numerical evidence, with data that says we're headed in the right direction. So I just wanted to say that story because it's very important and that we continue those traditions here at LISD. That it doesn't matter who you are, we love you the same. All the students, we love them. And we need that structure to come back so that these kids can be moved forward. Because believe it, whether you like to hear it or not, the COVID catastrophe that happened, it's still in their minds. And to date, all summer long, I've had stories come to my house, people come to my house, and there's still kids that are suffering out there. So we can't lose sight of that. But we got to move on, and we got to make sure that we embrace every problem that comes before us and straighten it out so that we can continue to move forward. So with that, I want to welcome you back. I want to make sure that everybody is pumped up as I am about this year, and because this is going to be one of the first 2 years. By the way, I have a senior and a junior, so if you see me like this every once in a while, that's for a reason. I'm going to be on pins and needles, right? So, but I'm so pumped up about this year, especially now, because it's going to be one of our first years that we do it fully, no masks, no anything. This is just all hands on deck. So welcome aboard and welcome back for, 2023 year, 23 year. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick. What I like about speaking after a great speech is that y'all are wide awake. Wide awake. I would like to sincerely thank my fellow board members, Dr. Rios, our attorney, and each and every one of you that made yesterday, the first day of the 2022-2023 school year, very successful. Angel Velasquez, Esteban, thank you. The schools are beautiful and they were ready. A good friend, Bobby Cuellar, the food was delicious and everybody was eating. Thank you to the Chief Hale of the police force. Our schools are safe and well guarded. And thank you, Alexis Solis, for the transportation. All the buses were rolling and all the kids were transported to the proper schools. I'm optimistic that we're going to have an outstanding school year. And lastly, Minita, thank you so much for your professional expertise, advice on every meeting that we had, and you will be missed. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
You all said everything. I do want to thank everybody that participated in the first day at our new home. Veronica, Police Department, everybody that had anything to do with that. It was an outstanding event. I want to congratulate our new officers that got promoted and this and that. It was a beautiful ceremony. Congratulations. It's funny sitting here and listening to Mr. Garza, listening to everybody, but especially when it comes to Mr. Garza and Anita, because we come from pretty much the same, yeah, we wore blue today, without calling, but we pretty much grew up together. When Ricky's talking, I hear his father, same thing his father used to do when Ricky was in school. And my father and his father served together. We hung out, all three of us, with Menita and Hermanita's family. Our structure's the same. We're gonna fight for what we think is right. And they have a little more poise than I do. I'll say it the way it is. They keep it more a little professional. I do. And I've always said it. I'm gonna say it like I mean it. It is what it is. You're not on bullshit. Here it is. This is what I think. I don't. And I get somebody in the back, a friend of mine that's in the audience, texting me going, I can't believe you said that. But we're always here for one reason. And it's always been the same reason. To be in a better school district. This is our school district. I see when I was in school and I was lifting weights in a toilet to what we've given our kids. We brought this district in the last 12 years from where it was to where it's going, and we're still going to be building. We brought in a board. I think everybody's here has been excellent. We don't always agree. We'll sit in the back, but when we come out here, we stay united for the same mission. And the same mission is to give you all the opportunity, to give you all the tools to succeed. Because if you all don't succeed, we don't. If we don't support what Dr. Rios tells us, we don't succeed. And we've had some good ones. But at the end of the day, I understand where she's going. And the day we just try to bring it down a little bit, we're going to still go in the same direction. Might not get there as fast, might be a little slower. Sometimes we need to look at, sometimes I say, I'm thinking he's, okay, we gotta cut down here, we're spending too much here, let's move it somewhere else, but it's still things that we talk about to get it to another level. I've said it before, and I think you all were present, when I sat there and I said, to the principals and vice principals, I think 70% of you need to be here, the other 30 need to go somewhere else. And I said that 10% of our vice principals. The last time I went, I said, right now I can honestly say we have 100% of the best principals leading our schools and vice principals, everybody's working as a team. And it's taken us some time, but we're there. And everybody out there, guys, I know we give you a hard time, but at the end of the day, you became better. You became better leaders. You became more organized. And it wasn't because we were trying to push you, we were just trying to, this is the way we need to go so we can succeed. And we've accomplished that. And we do it our way, but we have done it. So that's what you brought to us. I knew you were going to bring that when I told Ricky, I go, you need to get on the board. We need your opinion. And we sometimes think differently, but at the end of the day, we know what we want for everybody. And everybody here represents something that's important for this district. So thank you for being part of it. We're going to have a great 2013 to 23. I'm going backwards. 23. But it is rough. I'm going to finish with one thing. Manita hit it on the head. Sometimes we don't like what you hear from up here. Sometimes they don't understand, but we see it in another lens. We do make decisions because we have the information, we have the data on where we need to go, how to spend, what we're doing. We don't do it for the hell of it. And I hate, sometimes people come up and make all these allegations against us, and we can't say that by law we can't. We can just listen, but 85%, 90% of it are just like, wow, where did this come from? But it's okay. You know what? We're big boys. We know what we got into.
And girls.
And we'll keep on fighting for what we think is right as a whole. So again, thank you for everybody, and keep it going. We're going to have a good year. Dr. Rios?
Yes, well, on behalf of our Laredo I.S.D. family, we'd also like to take this opportunity, Dr. Ramirez, to thank you for being part of our team. I'm using the word our, because I'm talking about on this side of the table. There's a lot of things that we've accomplished together, and I do want to thank all of our trustees, because each one of you brings a unique perspective, and each one of you has done something to contribute to the good things that we have and the good things to which we aspire. So thank you for providing that inspiration. And the reason that you got that bag, because I know that the rest of the trustees got it too, and if you look in there, there's a plate. And not that you're going to eat from it, but it's talking about leading the way. And I think that each one of you contributes to that. And I hope that you put it on your desk or on your shelves, because I think that one of the things that we do well as a district is leading with heart. And I think that we do inspire change. And I think that we do support growth. And I think that we do drive results. But behind all of those things, it has to be this table, this set of people that push us to that next level. So I want to thank you personally for doing that and for being kin, and because, you know, we're women and we share that. And there's a lot of caring at this table, not just from women, but from everyone here. And so on behalf of our LISD family, I hope that you all will rise, and how about a nice round of applause for our colleague who is an educator. So I do have a couple of announcements. One of them is your investiture.
Yes.
That is on Monday,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
And so we are looking forward to that, and I know that Superintendent David Gonzalez from United and I have gotten together, and we're going to have a little tribute for you. I do have some announcements for everybody here. We have summer graduation on August the 24th at 6 p.m. at VMT. There's going to be 12 seniors graduating, and it's divided up by, of course, 3 schools that are going to graduating, and right now we have a number of 12. And so we're going to be sending you an invitation, but it is on the 24th at 6 p.m. I also want to tell you that there's going to be a series of dedications. I want to get a calendar to you, and the very first dedication is going to be, where's Mr. Ambrose Gomez? I don't know if he's here. There. The first dedication will be sometime in August for IT, and we're expecting you, Dr. Ramirez, and everyone in here to, this is a project that you all have worked for. You talked a lot about, Mr. Garcia, about where we were and where we're going and what we're providing, what you're providing our staff. So that's going to be in late August. Then we have followed by the Martin High School multi-purpose room. Sorry, skip there. Multi-purpose room, and that is going to be probably the first week of September. We'll give you an exact date for that. Followed by the auditorium, which is going to be in October. And I will also tell you that we hope to dedicate the Laredo I.S.D. administration building. And we're so very
Before
proud of
August
that.
31st or after?
Well, we'll still invite you, not to worry. But we're gonna be wanting to do that in October sometime. And those are all points of legacy that are gonna stand after all of us are gone. They're going to stand, and they're going to define the progress that you have. I also want to tell you that at this point in time, we have an enrollment of, and I know that Mr. Garcia is always very keen on this, like how many people do we have, but how many people actually have shown up. So right now, our enrollment is 20,612 students, and that is good.
There's not one body.
And we keep on increasing the numbers every single day. I will also tell you that our attendance rate for this day was 90.86%. Okay, and so we're almost at 19,000 that came today. We did have our meetings with cabinet, with our extended cabinet, to make sure that our attendance scouts and our truancy officers, not out there like you didn't come. No, it's like, hey, we're inviting you back into LISD. We need you here. There's so many good things happening, and I do want to take this opportunity to thank you for that. So we'll give you that calendar. We also have a workshop and a special comm meeting on Thursday of next week. The workshop is at 5:15. The special comm meeting will be at 5:30. We are still looking at who is still needed at the campuses. And at the same time, you know, any other business that needs to take place, we want to make sure that that it takes place in August so that we can support our students and so that we can support the programs that we have. Thank you so much. Those of you who attended Convocation, I know you saw that energy. I know you saw that vibrancy. And there was a lot of good things. And thank you for talking about not everyone knows everything that's being said up there. And I think that you all have put on a very brave and courageous face by listening sometimes. I know that our attorney also has been working with different individuals. We've tried our best. Not everything that is said is clear, but we do want to let you know, and honestly, we do want to let you know that everything that we do on behalf of our students, and we do with the vision that you have talked about and support throughout these years. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rios, and thank you to all of my colleagues and to all of you who have been so gracious. I also want to thank Mr. Perez. He and his law firm have been extremely supportive of all of the things that have happened over the years, and I you know, when I call him in the middle of the night or whatever, he's always there, he's always available, and he's always so concerned about what we're doing as a district and where we're headed and giving us the advice. It's not easy to be a school attorney. It really isn't. And so thank you, Sihi, for your friendship and for your guidance. And to my colleagues, I wish you the best. I know you're going to keep doing great things, and I love you all really and truly. It's been a great 4 years, and I can't tell you how honored I am to have been part of this amazing group of people. Keep Mr. Valdez in your prayers anyway. His heart is always going to be present at LISD. I know he is. And to all of you, muchísimas gracias. Los quiero mucho, and God bless you.
One more announcement, sorry. Martin High School football scrimmage is going to be at Shirley Field. It was supposed to be at Carrizo Springs, but tomorrow the JV is at 5:45 and varsity is at 7. They had some kind of water issue over there, so they're relocating it over here. So hopefully we'll see you. It starts at 5:45 for JV and 7 p.m. for varsity.
Anything else? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.